Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the show. This is the Ruthless Report, and I am your host, Lethal Elite, aka the Ruthless One, baby. How we doing? How we doing? Got a lot to discuss on this show, guys. So stay tuned. Gonna be going over Fury versus Whyte, Canelo Bivol, last UFC event, current UFC event coming up this weekend, UFC 274, Olivera versus Gaethje. Also got Nama Yunus taking on Esparza, Michael Chandler, Tony Ferguson. Shoguns on this card. Wow. Mauricio Shogun Hua versus OSP, Oven St. Preux. Donald Cerrone, the Cowboys fucking back, baby, ready to fucking wrangle and dangle inside the octagon. So, and he's going to be taking on Joe Lozon. So it's going to be a good. Actually, I like that matchup. Both guys are kind of vets. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Jesus, Donald Cerrone, 36-16. What a fucking record. All right. Anyway, going to be talking about a lot. So, let's kick it off with Fury versus Whyte. So Fury versus Whyte, I mean, what an amazing event. Just to start off by saying, I'm going to talk about these guys' purses. So Whyte secured the bag, $7.4 million. Congratulations for him. And Fury pocketed somewhere around $33 million for the bout. There was 94,000 people in attendance at Wembley Stadium. Fury did it again on home soil. You know what I'm saying? It was a crazy walkout. You guys need to go back and actually watch the walkout. Fury's walking out, and the announcer's like talking about how Dylan Whyte's a dosser and Fury's going to destroy him. And he did knock him out. But I just thought that it was a really weird kind of walkout. Like, what, you know what I mean? Like the guy is literally on the intercom saying that he's about to knock out this dosser. And I just thought it was super weird. So what an interesting walkout nonetheless, though. 94,000 people in attendance, broke the Wembley Stadium attendance record. This was Fury versus Whyte. It was a great fight to watch. Pretty not super competitive for Fury. Let's be real here. Sorry, Mr. Whyte, no offense, but not super competitive. Whyte did do a good job coming out in the early rounds with the body attack, shooting that left straight to the body and shooting that right hook to the body. But Fury, sticking and moving, jigging and jiving, popping him with the jab continually, always Fury did a great job this fight, landing his check hook. Fury was never really in danger. It started to get chippy around the third, fourth. Both guys clashed. Whyte clashes heads with Fury and actually suffers a cut over the eye. It was just a great fight. Both men coming out. Both men wanted it. But ultimately, guys, Fury showed us who Tyson Fury really is. He even said after the fight, he goes, Dylan Whyte didn't lose to a world champion. I'm a living legend. And he's right, man. He is absolutely correct. He is an anomaly. He is 6'9", and he can move like a middleweight, as he says. So he's an absolute treasure to the boxing world, Mr. Fury. And able to land that uppercut in the 6th round with seconds to spare, guys. Seconds were ticking off the clock. It was almost the end of the round. Fury disguised this right uppercut so sleek. I mean, didn't even see it coming. And wow, I mean, put the lights out of Dylan Whyte. Dylan Whyte goes down and he cannot continue. So it was just a great fight. Good, like I guess. It's hard to really analyze the fight because in hindsight's always 2020. It didn't seem that competitive. But during the time, Whyte was throwing big body shots, big body blows. He was offering a lot of forward pressure. But Fury dealt with it very well with the check left hook and the jab, keeping Whyte at bay. And he did a very, very good job, Fury, also going to the body with the right hand to the body. Just great work from both guys. And ultimately, Fury landed that killer KO shot, baby, that uppercut from fucking left field, so it was really out of nowhere. You need to go back and watch that and really take a look at that uppercut because it was a great shot. Picture perfect right uppercut from Tyson Fury, getting the KO stoppage in the 6th round. What a great fight. then Fury comes out and says that he's, going to retire. He's like, I promised my wife this is my last one, and I think I'm done. And then we get big old Francis Ngannou coming in the ring, and then he's, they're facing off. So, I don't know what's going to happen now. I don't know if Fury's actually done or if he is. It was just the heat of the moment. He said, I'm retiring or what have you. But yeah, him versus Francis Ngannou with 4-ounce MMA gloves. Who wouldn't want to see that? Both fucking animals going in there. I mean, if it's a boxing match with MMA gloves, I would like to give the edge to the boxer, but you never know. It's new gloves, new speed, new timing, new slips, new everything. Really, it changes the whole game. So it would be really, really interesting to see that. That matchup, Fury versus Ngannou. I don't know who if there would be a big difference, in terms of the skill set. Obviously Fury's a much slicker boxer than Ngannou, but Ngannou has tremendous power. So I would love to see that. I know all the fans would love to see that. And it would be a ruthless fight. That's for sure. That would be a ruthless fight. Someone is fucking going down in that fight, and that's a fact. If that went to a decision, that it's not going to a decision. It ain't going to a decision, baby. It ain't going. So yeah, looking forward to that. Looking forward to see where Fury and Ngannou, are down the line. Moving on in other news, we have the last UFC event, which was this past Saturday. Marlon Chito Vera took on Rob Font, and he looked great. Vera looked great. Rob Font did a lot of good stuff in the fight. Landed a lot of clean shots, a lot of jabs, a lot of clean, great techniques. But ultimately, at the end of the rounds, Vera was able to land very nice kicks and put Rob down a few times. So, Vera looked good. Landing the nice crescent kicks. Those are really, really beautiful to watch, beautiful to see him whip his leg up there like that and crack Rob Font right on the dome piece. Rob goes down, and Vera came on really strong in every round towards the end of the round, really dominating with the knockdown. So congratulations to Marlon Vera. That was a good win over a top contender in Rob Font. And it's going to be interesting to see where Vera shakes out. He's got to be close in that title contention picture now. We got O'Malley coming up on in July. So, if they both keep winning, we're going to have to see a rematch, baby. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, there was a lot of good fights on the card, but obviously just going to breeze over the main event first. And now let's move on to talking about who else was on the card. We had Andrei Arlovsky in the co-main. Wow, took on Jay Collier, ended up getting the decision win. Andre Fili got finished by a killer named Jonderson Brito. Yeah, that was a fast fight for Brito. He knocked him out in 41 seconds. So congratulations to that. That was a good performance. Grant Dawson had a good performance over Jared Gordon, getting the submission in the third round. Darren Elkins doing the damn thing. Decision, third round victory over Connolly. And Christoph Jotko got a decision victory over Gerald Mearshart. So congratulations to all those guys. That was a good card to watch. That guy Brito, Jonderson Brito. Wow, that guy's fast, man. I saw that KO that he got against Fili. That was a good KO. Grant Dawson's wrestling looks elite. He gets on that body lock, and it's tough to get out. Elkins doing it in Elkins fashion, nitty gritty, getting to it. So love to see Elkins always getting the job done. Good for him. Christoph Jotko, he actually looked really, really good in this fight. His striking looked really good. His wrestling looked good. He overall he's very, very complete as a fighter. He's good everywhere. He's dangerous. And yeah, so congrats to him. Congrats to all the guys on the Font and Vera card. And obviously, Marlon Chito Vera guys with those kicks, man. Those kicks, he's very dynamic with all of his limbs. So his elbows, his knees. I mean, he's a dangerous guy, dangerous guy. So he's going to be moving up in the bantamweight ranking. So we're going to see where he ends up. And then obviously moving on to UFC 274. coming on here in Arizona at the Footprint Center, May 7th. We got, oh man, we got a great card for you guys. I mean, I already breezed over it in the beginning, but let's take a look at the prelims. Kicking it off in the flyweight, Brandon Royval taking on Matthew Schnell in a featherweight fight. Then we got Macy Chiasson taking on Norma Dumont. Francisco Trinaldo, damn, Trinaldo, he's a beast, taking on Danny Roberts. Trinaldo's a veteran. He's taking on, looks like Danny Roberts is the young man here, so going to be looking forward to that. Got, good welterweight scrap here. Randy Brown, what's his nickname? Randy Brown, Rude Boy, the Rude Boy, taking on Kalen Williams. Chaos Williams, I believe, is his nickname. So this guy Williams is fast twitch, bro. This guy's a fucking animal. I saw his last knockout, fake right hand to a right straight, drew out the guy's low kick, and then bam, right down the pipe, getting the KO finish. So that was a sick fight to see. Taking on the Rude Boy, Randy Brown, coming in hot. I like Randy's length at welterweight. His kicks are going to be definitely a factor in this bout here. Okay, Williams is going to have to get on the inside and really kind of land something big, or go for the the low kicks. Obviously, if a guy's taller than you and he's going to try and keep you at bay, you got a low kick. So going to be looking to see both gentlemen's game plan come Saturday night, UFC 274. Taking on Randy Rude Boy Brown versus Chaos Kalen Williams. That's going to be a good scrap there. Then moving on to the main card, we got two veterans, two dogs, and Donald Cerrone in his latest interview, was just crying. He was so emotional about walking out in this fight in particular because of his son, and it was a sight to see. Actually, the cowboy himself, actually getting that emotional. But I think he's in a different mind space. I mean, that's what he says in his interview. He's in a different mind frame than he ever has been. So really looking forward to see him come Saturday night and see how he's going to show up. He says it a lot. Which cowboy is he going to get? He doesn't even know until he shows up on fight night. So really interesting there. I hope he's got his mental game under control and he shows up and shows out. And same with Joe Lozon. I just want to see the best man win. That's what it is. So always want to see the best man win, whoever that man may be, come Saturday night, UFC 274. And moving on, we got Mauricio Shogun Hua taking on Ovince St. Preux. OSP, baby. OSP, that nasty left kick, nasty left straight. And we all know Mauricio Shogun Hua is just an absolute dog, and he's going to be swanging and banging, baby. So if I had to make a prediction, I love Shogun, but I got to go with OSP. I think he's just, the dynamic, explosive, southpaw that he is. I think he's going to provide a lot of problems for Hua, but who knows, guys? That's just a real raw, ruthless prediction for you right there. I got OSP in that one, man, and that's it. So moving on, Michael Chandler taking on T-Ferg. Tony Ferguson is back. I mean, how can you not love Tony Ferguson? The guy carries around fucking baseballs. He's just a pioneer of the sport. He's an absolute beast, Ultimate Fighter winner, champion. So it's going to be really cool to see him go in there and take on a rising contender, rising star in Michael Chandler, who, took that loss to Gaethje, took that loss to Olivera, but is definitely still, no doubts, no ifs, ands, or buts, amongst the UFC top creme de la creme lightweight competitors. So going to be honest with you guys, I expect Chandler to finish Ferguson within the first round. I do think Chandler is on the rise, and I do think Ferguson's on the decline. So we're gonna go in. I mean, both the gentlemen are gonna settle it, right? Ferguson talking to in his latest interview about UFC fighter pay and how he's treated like shit, and that sucks, man. I saw a video with Ariel Helwani talking about that, and it's just unfortunate, but I hope his mind is clear and set on the task at hand come Saturday night, the monster that is Chandler in front of him. Going to be really interested to see his game plan. I mean, it's going to be a classic, taller guy versus shorter guy. Chandler's going to have to explode into range. Ferguson's really going to have to use his length and front kicks and knees and elbows inside the clinch. But ultimately, guys, I think Chandler's just going to be too much for Ferguson. The wrestling pedigree. Now he's got the striking. He's got the power. He's got the speed. He's got the athleticism. I think Chandler's just going to show up and show out come Saturday night and, get a first-round finish over T-Ferg. Mark it down. That's a Ruthless prediction for you. Then that brings us I am excited for this fight, actually. This women's strawweight co-main event, Rose Namajunas taking on Carla Esparza. This is a rematch. So everybody's got to love a good grudge match. I mean, I'm looking forward to this. Rose coming off this sick performance, winning the belt, and now headed to defend it here against Esparza. Esparza, a wrestler, classic grappler, get into range, drag it into deep waters, and see if you can swim or you may drown. So Rose Namajunas, dynamic striker, really likes to whip those kicks and those boxing combinations all around. So going to be a very interesting grappler versus striker matchup. Obviously, I believe Rose would like to keep it on the feet, and Esparza would like to take those explosive techniques away from her by grabbing her to the canvas. So really interesting fight. Going to keep it real raw and ruthless as always. I'm going to say Rose Namajunas gets it done. Second round TKO victory for Miss Thug Rose. Miss Thug Rose is going to be Thug Nasty come Saturday night, baby. Thug Nasty. And then the creme de la creme, baby. We got Charles Olivera taking on Justin the Highlight Gaethje. I mean, this is what dreams are made of, guys. This is what dreams are made of. Justin Gaethje, Arizona native, going for the belt for his second outing in his home state of Arizona. So this guy's got to be on cloud 9. He's ready. He's been in camp for 14 weeks. He's absolutely shredded up, ready. He hired a nutritionist. So this is definitely going to be a different Justin Gaethje than we've ever seen before. I'm looking to see the best Justin Gaethje we've ever seen, ever, taking on a man who they doubted, a man who they said he's lost once, he'll lose again, a man that used to quit on himself. But the quit is gone. He's the champion. He proved all the doubters wrong when he came back against Michael Chandler, and he ended up finishing Chandler with the vicious left hook. So there's no more doubt in my mind. We're not going to see any quit out of Olivera. He's either going to kill or be killed come Saturday night against Justin Gaethje, and it's going to be a fucking sight to see. Fireworks shall commence. Grab the popcorn before the first bell rings because it could be over by the time the fat lady sings. You hear me? So Charles Oli, baby, most submissions in the UFC, super dangerous, super intelligent, IQ up the wazoo. He doesn't care if you hit him. He's in their fucking pocket ready to exchange. Going up against a guy that you really don't want to exchange with, if we're being honest. This guy is a fucking professional car crash collision course killer in Justin Highlight Gaethje. He's coming in, swanging and banging. He's vicious. He's ferocious. He's got pinpoint accuracy. We all saw the uppercut he landed on Chandler. Pinpoint accurate. His boxing is great. His leg kicks are the best. I mean, he is amongst the elite of the elite. He's number one in contender. I mean, it's really going to be amazing to watch. Man, this is such a freaking hard fight to pick, guys. And I gotta be honest, it's hard to bet against Charles Olivera right now. He's streaming right now. He is on a freaking tear. But Justin Gaethje is that guy. And I'm gonna rock with Justin Gaethje for this real raw and ruthless prediction for UFC 274. I'm picking the highlight in highlight fashion. I don't think Olivera would fare him well to strike with Gaethje. I think we're going to see Olivera, if he's smart, strike, get his respect, and then go for the takedown. And I think Gaethje is going to be able to nullify the takedown. Now, all that being said, you never know. Olivera could snatch the back and snatch the belt and take it back to Brazil and say, what the hell? I'm done with all of you, you know? So really anything can happen here. I just got to give the edge to Gaethje. I think his power and his boxing combinations are going to make the difference here, as well as his leg kicks. His overall game is just a problem for anybody, but especially a problem for Olivera, who has shown to get knocked down and get hit. So if you can be hit, Gaethje is going to be trying to send you into the shadow realm, So really looking forward to this scrap. I got Gaethje, I got Rose, and I got Chandler. That is your real raw and ruthless parlay. So I'm going to put some money down on that. I think that's a good parlay, 3-way parlay. If you want to get crazy, 5-way parlay, I'd do Cerrone, OSP, Michael Chandler, Namajunas, and Olivera. That's if you're getting real freaky. You know what I'm saying? You want to do a Freaky Friday tomorrow and make a Freaky Friday bet. That's your bet for you. That's your damn 5-way parlay. So go ahead and mark that down. But yeah, that's going to be UFC 274 in Arizona, Footprint Center, May 7th. Going down, baby, live on pay-per-view. So you already know what it is. And we're going to be moving on, talking a little bit about switching it up here, switching gears. Canelo Alvarez taking on Dimitri Bivol, also on May 7th, okay? So this is an amazing fight here that we have between two highly, highly skilled champions in boxing. I'm really looking forward to this fight. We got the pound-for-pound king, Canelo Alvarez, moving up from super middleweight to light heavyweight. I mean, Canelo, he's 55-1. Only loss was to Floyd Money Mayweather. No shame in that. We all know Floyd got him when he was young. So good move, Floyd. You're a smart man, because now I don't think Floyd has a shot, not even remotely close. And he shouldn't, because he's older and Canelo's in his prime right now. And he's taking on a tough Russian gangster in Dimitri Bivol, who Bivol's style is very good. I've been watching him a lot. I love his style. He's a great power puncher. He's got great technique. He's very fast. He's in and out. He likes to hit and not get hit. He's a boxing master. Really, he is, truthfully. And let's talk a little bit about that sweet boxing money, baby. We got Canelo Alvarez pay-per-view taking on Dimitri Bivol. Canelo's guaranteed purse of $15 million against Bivol. Again, that is excluding pay-per-view, guys. Excluding pay-per-view. $15 million secured for Canelo Alvarez to go in there against Dimitri Bivol. Dimitri Bivol, he's getting a guaranteed purse of $2 million with also 30% of the pay-per-view sales. So, highest payday for Bivol by far, I'm sure. Kudos to both men making it happen. Both champions. Canelo, we all know, the unified champion at super middleweight and middleweight, taking on the light heavyweight champion, Dimitri Bivol, Saturday, May 7th. A boxing attraction that will not lack any explosive highlights. I already know Canelo and Bivol is going to be a boxing match for the ages. This has greatness written all over it. Grab the popcorn, shut up, and tune in, because you're going to witness history come Saturday night, May 7th. Canelo Bivol, UFC 274. If you're a fight fan, this Saturday is going to be great. Call up the friends, call up the families, get the booze, get the kush, get whatever you need, sit back, relax, and watch some sweet science, baby. So that's really it, guys. That's all I got for you. Really looking forward to this Saturday. And I can't wait to see who wins this match. Oh, of course. What am I doing? I got to give you the real raw and ruthless prediction for the Canelo Bivol. Man, I think Canelo's going to win. I think Canelo right now, he is in a space where, he always continually says this in his interviews. It's not about the money for me. It's about the legacy. This is a guy who has been a professional boxer since he was age 16, So a lot of people forget that it's easy to, where Canelo is now, to fall off. You've made it. You have all the money in the world. You've been a champion. You've unified multiple divisions. Already considered Mexico's greatest boxer, other than maybe the first Mexican heavyweight ever in Andy Ruiz. You know, there has to be that argument because he is the first Mexican heavyweight. Just has to be. Okay. I didn't say it. That's just what they said. You know what I'm saying? So has to be. But I do believe Canelo is the best Mexican boxer ever to grace the ring. Now, after all that, I mean, like I said, Dimitri Bivol is a master. He's got power. He's the bigger man. He's got the longer reach. But it's just not going to be enough. Canelo's too smart in there. His head movement is slick. His pressure is intense. His power is immense. I mean, holy cow. This guy hits you. You might not wake up till next Tuesday, bro. This guy smacks you with one of them hooks. Good night, Sally. You know what I'm saying? Go to the dentist and get checked up real quick. You know, this guy is a freaking killer. And I believe it's going to be, I mean, giving it to you real raw and ruthless, I believe it's going to go the distance. I have to say that. Unless Canelo can really turn it up towards the mid half of the fight in the later rounds, or he just catches him with a clean shot in the early go, then it will be over. But I think Bivol is going to be really competitive, utilizing his reach and his movement, his footwork. And I do think Bivol is going to test him. I definitely think we're going to see a great, like I said, this is what dreams are made of. This is what greatness looks like on paper when you see Canelo Alvarez taking on Dimitri Bivol. This is what greatness is. And we're going to witness history come May the 7th, Saturday night. So I'm looking so much forward to this, but keeping it real raw and ruthless as always. I'm rocking with Saul Canelo Alvarez, the pound for pound king in boxing right now. So that's your real raw and ruthless report. I am your host, Lethal Lee, aka the Ruthless One, and that has been your Ruthless Report.